Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for the last Friday in July. The last Friday in July. We are here. So let's jump right in. Thank you for all who are already jumping on with me. Hey, Miss Wanda and Bridget. Happy birthday, Joy. I was going to give you a shout out anyway. My dear, dear friend from elementary school, Joy Valentine Daniels now. It is Joy's birthday today, and she is as she has always been. Just just Joy. Her mother knew exactly what she was doing when she named her. So happy, happy, happy birthday, Joy. It is also Danny's birthday. So if Danny pops on here, happy birthday, Danny. Oh, I love birthdays. I love birthdays. Okay, so anyway, thank you for all who are joining and jumping in with me. I've entitled this one Leave No Doubt. And it comes from some conversations that I've had this week. One in particular this week. I think it is important, excuse me, I think it is important for us to speak our truth. Speak the truth. When we're asked, when we're put in a situation, or when we're put in a scenario where someone is coming to us, or we find ourselves somewhere, it is always better to speak the truth. Now, that does not mean you have license to just be ugly and rude and blanket it under the name of, well, I was just telling the truth. No, you were just being nasty. That was just nasty the way you did that. The way you did it overshadowed any truth that probably we could have been peeking through there to find. Okay, so when I say speak your truth, I by no means am saying just tell it like it is and hope they can receive it. No, 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 no. I'm not going that route. But when given the opportunity, or when put into the situation and the circumstances that now you're the center and this is the conversation, you need to be able to speak your truth. And even when, or I should say probably, especially when it is difficult, it is an uncomfortable truth. It is a truth that you haven't spoken before, or we've been thinking it. I mean, it's been back here all along, but we never spoke it. We have complained about it, and I don't believe they doing this. And oh my goodness, he just gets on my last nerves. He is okay. We may have been complaining about it, talking about it, but not speaking to the situation, not speaking to the person. And it's just very important that we do that. And I say all this because, excuse me, every night when you go to bed, you have to be able to sleep with yourself. You ought to be able to look in the mirror and not feel shame, not feel embarrassment by the one who looks back at you. You ought to be able to look into the mirror every night and not feel anger with yourself, with the one looking back at you. Angry because I knew I should have said that. Angry because, oh, they put me in that situation. They put you in that situation, or embarrassment that you didn't tell the whole truth because it was going to be a little difficult and I didn't want, it was going to be drama and I didn't feel like dealing with the drama. You've got to be able to, at the end of every night, sleep like a snug bug in a rug. I mean, sleep like a newborn baby. And we can't do that when we're walking around not in our truth, wanting to say something, but honestly, not having the courage to say it, not having thought it through well enough to speak it out. But it's rumbling in us all the time. And so I will say this. There was a conversation I had yesterday with, see, this is how y'all know these perspectives are hot off the press. Other than Thoughtful Thursdays, which I have to read ahead and keep it moving in my reading, I'm the perspectives are from real life, everyday events. Just life. I don't have to get creative and make up stuff. It's just life happening all around. So I had a conversation with someone, and I have been asking for weeks for something that is owed to me. Just some paperwork. And so the person decides to call me and explain why they haven't given it to me. And so we went through this whole conversation. And then the person ends up asking me, do I understand? And the point was, now this was the crux of the matter. At this point, I had the challenge, okay, Hollie, you know he's not asking you, do you understand? He really wants you to agree with him. So here is your opportunity. You're going to just, close the door and keep it moving, or you're going to take the opportunity to speak truth. So I said, well, no, actually, I don't think you want me to understand. You want me to agree, and I do not. And this is why I do not. So we're going to move, and then I listed my little reasons. I said, so we're going to move past trying to get me to agree, because that's not happening. I understand your perspective, but I don't agree. And oh, by the way, since you knew you were not going to give me my paperwork weeks ago, why didn't you say it weeks ago? I mean, you had determined that weeks ago. But I'm running back and forth, while you string me along saying, oh, yes, yes. And it's right in there with him, and he's going to sign it so we can get it on over to you. That was never your plan. So, no, I don't think you're a team player. You're not. That's not what team players do. If I had not let him know in very clear, explicit terms that this is what I believe, this is what happened, and these are my thoughts on you right now. First of all, it wouldn't have mattered to him at all. Okay. 2 seconds after hanging up, that would have been out of his mind. But in the evening, and this is where I'm going, to speak your truth allows you to be that snug little bug in a rug instead of being angry with yourself. And hours later, you saying, oh, and I should have said this, and and I could have said this, and the next. No. When you speak your truth, hey, Jeannie, when you speak your truth, you are able to look yourself in the mirror at the end of every day without shame, without embarrassment, without being very angry with yourself, without being frustrated with yourself. And again, that is not a license to be just straight up mean and call it, well, I was just telling the truth. No. There's a way that you can deliver the truth that makes the impact and allows you to sleep well at night and allows you to look in the mirror and be comfortable with the eyes looking back at you. It doesn't have to be either or. Well, I didn't say anything because it was going to. No, stop. Those are subterfuges to just, not have you step up to the plate. So all I'm saying is leave no doubt. People ought never, ever have to guess. Yeah, sometimes you do have to be done with it. You're right. And it needs to be respectful. Absolutely. Because if your point is to make it known, to make an impact. Now, if you just want to, I just had to get it off my chest. That's what diaries are for. If you don't have a reason for it other than I just needed to get it, I just needed to get it out. That's what a diary is for. That's what a piece of paper is for. Because those words, when they're sent with daggers and with knives instead of a scalpel, being intentional with your words, They do damage. And you don't, again, you need to look at yourself at night. Okay, so that is my encouragement. That's my challenge to you today. If you have a situation that you are facing today, or you know you're gonna walk into it, speak your truth. Yes, make it with respect. Yes, make it with care and candor and concern. But you've got to be able to look yourself with them pretty brown, blue, green, hazel eyes at night without shame, fear, embarrassment, frustration, or anger. And sleep like a snug little bug in a rug. You can't do that if you're walking around truths and tiptoeing and making people think you're one thing when you're not. Nope, just speak it. Don't leave any doubt in anybody's mind. That is my offering to you this Friday. Make it a fabulous Friday. If you are having a birthday, happy birthday. And until next time, take real good care of yourselves.